Hi, welcome to Star Power Alchemy YouTube. My name is Alejandra Sofia and I'm tuning into the week ahead from August 28th, 2019 until September 5th and even some days into the following week, because this is my final weekly astrology report. So I will be no longer doing weekly astrology reports until the natural new year, beginning of the natural new year, so the winter solstice, heading into the end of 2019, heading into 2020, for the reason that I need to make more space in my schedule. And I am taking on new commitments, and I have a limited amount of time, as we all do, and a limited amount of energy of where I can produce videos. And I keep postponing on videos that I want to get to, on deeper insights into 2020 and this time that we're living in, and who we are as a people, so I want to get to that. And with the weekly astrology reports, I'm finding are taking too much energy for me. So for those of you who just live for the weekly astrology reports, I hope that the new moons, I will continue with the new moons and the full moons, along with adding new content, inspired content uploading those as well each month. So thank you so much. Please check out also in the descriptions below for this video the recent Virgo new moon video that's we're heading into a Virgo new moon this week. And so this final weekly astrology report of 2019, I will be really highlighting what we're heading into, because there's already been some big shifts happening with Jupiter and Sagittarius moving direct a few weeks ago, Uranus moving retrograde, and we're heading out of the Leo new moon, the Leo lunar wave cycle energies that were initiated through July 2nd. That's the new moon in Leo. And so that we're really wrapping up the summer, and the autumn energies are coming in. So here it is, the final weekly astrology report, taking us into the fall energies. And so at this moment right now, August 28th and 29th are rich with the dark moon in Leo. So the Virgo new moon on August 30th is at 7 degrees Virgo. I always round up. So it's 6 degrees in some minutes, rounding up to 7 degrees Virgo. So it's an early Virgo. And along with the Virgo new moon, we've got 3 other planets, and they're all personal, along with an asteroid, Juno. So we've got a stellium within 9 degrees in the sign of Virgo, all within the first 12 degrees of Virgo. And it just makes it a really potent time that we're feeling right now in the potency of the dark moon, and already a feeling of things are beginning to move forward, more clarity. We had a conjunction of Venus and Mars in Virgo over this last weekend in August, and on the 24th we had that conjunction. Yeah, I'm looking at my calendar here. So we had the conjunction of Venus and Mars in Virgo in the earliest degrees of 5 degrees Virgo, and then we have Mercury moving into Virgo this week on the 29th, during the dark moon. And really we're by evening time on the 29th, there's just this feeling of it's time to go. It's time to take care of this. And Virgo is on a whole level, on a wholeness level. Virgo, it wants to make you sound. It wants to bring you back into what makes sense, what's reasonable, what's taking care of your health is reasonable. And there's a lot of areas, health is dynamic. Health is, and to wrap it up into 3 threads of aspects of health, it's physical, mental, and emotional, and that weaves into the spiritual dimension. So it's all your spirit. The more you delve and into your personal health and function, you will function better. So your health will allow you to function better. So there's a nesting that happens in Virgo, and we're feeling that nesting, like, oh yeah, this is the thread I want to use. This is the twig I want to use. These are the components that I want to use to nest into my reality. And I'm sure there's many of you too who have felt this fertile energy. It's a very fertile energy, and even maybe some major decisions made this week. And I've certainly had, on a couple of different levels, major decisions that I'm making, and in order to maintain my health and the maintenance. So that's another key word for Virgo, is maintenance. and on a holistic level, which is really what this awakening, we're waking up to a holisticness, and Virgo is key to that. Virgo holds a key to thriving, and that self-care that is necessary. So there's very much that's already happening this week in the dark moon. And so the dark moon energy, we're releasing, we're mulching, we're letting go, and we're preparing to move onward. And the first few days of Virgo, with Mercury moving into Virgo, you're gonna feel it. There's maybe even more. Virgo is ruled by Mercury on a personality level, and to add on a soul level, other soul level rulerships are Jupiter. So for you symbolic thinkers and astrological thinkers out there, interesting, right? You can really feel that with Virgo being ruled by Mercury on a personality level, like thinking, researching, wanting to understand, and analytical, and can completely obsess and spin out on stories when it's not balanced, and coming into a rhythmic balance when Virgo loses its breath, right? So when Virgo gains its breath back and breathing in and gaining that stability, there's a lot of soundness to that sign, because it's really wanting to get to really understand information, a subject, can really see whole systems, right? All you Virgos out there that are seeing the systems, financial systems, how things work, the mechanical side of Virgo. So with Mercury moving into Virgo, we're going to get more inside of mechanics, so the mechanics of something and how things work. And Virgo, again, is the how-to sign of the zodiac. So it's a really great time to get down on the ground and learn things. And Capricorn, so just to relate some of these signs again to each other, Capricorn is a visionary, is a planner, is thinking on infrastructure and internal structures as well, inner and outer structures. But Virgo's like the one on the ground doing it. It's sniffing it out. It's looking, it's getting down into the basement and checking out what, that's who Virgo is. Virgo's the worker getting down into those areas to really understand the inner workings, and in order to form a strong foundation. So with Mercury moving into Virgo, and we already have Mars in Virgo, Venus in Virgo, and then we've got the Sun in Virgo, and then we got the new moon coming in, and we're going to form a really powerful impulse that's seeding on the 30th, that's taking us into the month of September. And so that first week of September just feels like another key thing that's happening is Saturn's beginning to really slow down and station. And at the end of the week, I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit in terms of the first week of September. On September 7th, 8th, Saturn retrogrades back into the degree that it's going to completely station in and then move direct on September 18th, 3 days after the full moon 5 days after the full moon in Pisces on the 13th. So on Friday the 13th, September the 13th, we have our full moon in Pisces. And then 5 days later, we have Saturn moving direct. So there is going to be more decisions happening. There's going to be more confrontations with reality. There's going to be also it feels potential for, because one of the things that Virgo is really good at, when you learn the art of letting go and reprioritizing. And so reprioritizing for your emotional health and wellness, reprioritizing for your health, for your physical health, mental health, emotional health, because Virgo, the taskmaster, wants to get you to reprioritize. Like, it's time to let go of that. It's time to let go of that story. So Mercury in Virgo is also going to help you write your story more clearly about where you've been and where you want to go, and how you want to be in your present, right? And to really come into more presence and daily health and in a self-maintenance, self-care routine, daily routine, because that's what Virgo is keen on, is the daily work that you got to do to maintain the balance of all the systems in your life, right? There's a lot of systems on a lot of different levels. And so this is going to be a big month of potentially getting it. Like, okay, I need to let go of that. That is got to go. And that's just me fighting a losing battle with myself and other people or whatever. And this whatever model of reality, because again, we've got the Jupiter-Neptune square happening all year long and coming into its third and final square in the middle of September sometime, the 21st. So yeah, that's and I cover that a little bit in my Virgo new moon video. So again, please check that out. Oops, sorry for that. And so that Jupiter square Neptune, Jupiter in Sag, Neptune in Pisces, is opening up to a new understanding, allowing mutable signs. Virgo is a mutable sign. Pisces is a mutable sign. Sagittarius is a mutable sign. We are in a mutable month. Reroute your philosophies, your paradigm, and engage and open up to a new way of thinking that allows you to hold yourself in more self-care, hold everything in a little bit more self-care, like the value of you. Virgo is working with value. Reroute, because we've got philosophical Jupiter and Sagittarius, and spiritual opening up to all that is Neptune, and that potential there is releasing an ideology that's actually been very painful on a big macro level. And so so I also see that that's something that's happening on a collective level, because Jupiter is a symbolic of the big tribe, the human tribe. And so your part in it, your thread in it, to really step into contribution and stepping into your success path, is to engage a model of reality and philosophy that's going to be supportive for you on a lot more levels, and bring you into more contact with other people who are engaging that paradigm that's positive and uplifting, and also is going to help you produce and be more effective in your reality, which is what Virgo's getting its tools out to chisel into those places. And so Virgo again is the one in you that has it's skill building. So Virgo loves a toolbox, all these tools you can pull out on various levels. So that's going to be so it's going to be a really rich, we're feeling it now, and then moving into the first week of September, that you're gonna really feel that. And so the decision making that's going to be happening for September, in the middle of September, especially after Saturn moves direct September 18th, there's that is decision making power, Capricorn, the executive. So we'll also see that in the world, we'll see that playing out in politics, but the politics of you is what matters most. And that is who I'm really, my audience is you, the executive of your life, you, the choice maker in your life, you, the decision maker in your life. As you're empowering yourself, as you're empowering your channels, you are the key decision maker. And so ruling out things, that's one of the main things, because we're going to have a lot of earth. We're in, and actually twice in this month, when the moon moves into through the earth signs. Well, first we've got the sun and moon in an earth sign for this new moon, and then the moon's going to go through Capricorn, and then the moon's going to go through Taurus. And so there's a real strong earth energy, grand trine earth energy this month, and that's feeding into the earth that's happening on a bigger scale. Saturn Capricorn, Pluto Capricorn in a conjuncting the South Node, and that's happening pretty much all year. And so that South Node, that is a review of the past in a way that's helping you to function more clearly with yourself, because there's a real rendering of a sobriety that's happening right now, and making contact with your spiritual center in your own ethics, your own moral center, Capricorn, Saturn, clearing out also the old models of reality that we're clearing out Pluto, clearing out, transforming the ancestral models of reality that have karmically stayed in our bloodlines and our karmic lines. And when you explore the past historically and really explore the emotional attitudes and spiritual attitudes of this earth, there's been a tremendous amount of abuse, right? And violence and trauma. So we're clearing those out. And so this month is a powerful month that really speaks to that, as if you're a person who's really taking on your own personal executive nature, and you can be like, I'm going to make the executive decision that I'm not going to buy into that. I've got to work attitude, and work, whatever it is that you're shifting of, like, wait a minute, do I feel vitalized? Or, really checking your body. That's what Virgo's doing for you, is to like check in with your body wisdom. And so these first few weeks of September, we're really going to feel that. And it feels like, because Virgo, there is an aspect of Virgo, every sign has a multidimensionality to it. There's an aspect of Virgo that rules death. And imagine like this is a great example. If you're alcoholic, you have a habit, a daily habit, or a relationship with something that is actually unhealthy for you, causing you. So I'm just going to bring in alcohol, like a relationship with alcohol that just continues to be unhealthy, and then for you, and then you just decide one way or another, however you decide to do it, I'm not doing it anymore. And you end up being sober for 10 years, whatever, you've killed that for 10 or for the rest of your life, right? When that's death, that's the death of something, or death of a story that helps you release habits. And that's what Virgo, the empowering deep internal center of Virgo is like, that is not working. It doesn't work for me. That food does not work for me. I keep trying to eat that food, and I want to eat that food because it also is so yummy, but it's not working for me. It keeps me up at night. It's all those aspects of Virgo that are, it's the dietitian, it's the nutritionist, and it really wants everything in your life to be nutritious. And there is a way as you're working with your Virgo is, I like to bring in percentiles. Like, is there any percent of my time that I can give to this? Like, for example, let's just talk about alcohol again. So let's say it's alcohol, and you decide that it's okay for you as you check in with your body to drink it maybe once a month, right? Or maybe it's 100% of the time. It's like that kind of going through your reality and like, is this something I want in my life at all? And really checking in and honing in on your body system, or finding a coach or whatever aspect of that to help you get clear with yourself, or maybe you have to do some experimentation and to get clear with that particular thread of your life. So remember, Mercury and Virgo is going to come in and it wants to like look at things closely, and it wants to categorize and take apart. So also cleansing, taking a break this month from something that you've just been battling with. I don't know if this is good for me or not. Take a break from it and then find out how you feel. So the Virgo, again, ruling death, ruling that aspect of Virgo of just taking, cleansing, decreasing. There's a lot of support for just decreasing your habits, because we've got Saturn and Capricorn, the reductionist. And so that it's going to be, one of the things I recommend is taking a break from something you're battling, that you just don't know if it's healthy for you or not, or haven't put it in the right place, because that's one of the things that Virgo wants to do in terms of the systematic Virgo is like, I need that to come in at the right place at the right time, because it's messing with my rhythms when I keep putting it in the wrong place, even though I know potentially isn't a bad thing. It's that kind of thinking. So maybe taking things out of your reality, taking a break from them, can really help you understand what's working and what's not, and to help you get clear with yourself, because you're not in that emotional struggle with that person, with that food, with that whatever it is, that habit you formed, addiction, however you want to call it, where it just doesn't quite feel healthy for you. And and that's part of the like checking in with yourself, and the internal aspect of Virgo is like, create the space you need to really check in with your body wisdom, slow down. There's a lot of energy that says slow down. We've got Uranus and Taurus, early Taurus, again, the Capricorn energies, and all the Virgo energy. So it's a big month with a lot of earth and mutable energy, which just says there's more adjustments to be made, and it's about grounding and simplifying so that you can stabilize in what is working and make those choices towards what is working. And it's a whole reroute. I mean, it can be on a whole scale lifestyle change. Like, you could be up against that. Like, I keep thinking that this lifestyle is okay, but it's not okay. I actually am not happy. I got to get really honest with myself, and I keep trying to be 100% on board with it, but I'm really, this is the daydreaming part of yourself. The Neptune Pisces, this full moon that we're going to have, is really asking you to, or inviting you is a better word, inviting you to allow, there's allowance in the sign of Pisces, surrender to your daydream, surrender something in yourself so that you can allow yourself to daydream and feel that, and just let the vision arise through your heart energy that will say, that you'll feel it through your excitement levels, you'll feel it through your vitality channels, like, oh, I do want that, and so that's going to help you hone in. And that's what this month's about. This month is about helping you hone in. And So I started this off as a weekly astrology report, but I think it's turning out to be the latest Virgo new moon update. And whatever it is, this is still going to be my final weekly astrology report. So to wrap it up with these first few weeks, although I think I've covered it really well, so I don't think I really need to say much more than that. But let me just look over my notes here and see if there's something else. Yeah, so all that and more, that's my weekly and my final weekly astrology report, kind of taking us into the next few weeks of September. Stay tuned for my Pisces full moon and other things that I have planned. And I'm excited for this fall ahead. Please subscribe to my channel. Email me for reading, starpoweralchemy@gmail.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. Much love.